Hello, this is Gene Baker coming from a man cave, and tonight we're going to be covering some gear that I've become really quite fond of. And I just like to talk about gear that I actually use and recommend to other people. So tonight I'm going to be covering a couple different things. First, I'm sure you all have done the battle with wireless units and the problems with them, whether it's noise interference, gain issues, too much frequency response, and you're always kind of comparing it to your guitar cable. So after a lot of trial and error, trying a variety of things throughout the years, I finally settled in on the Line6 G50 Relay. Right there. One thing I really like about it is it's got a cable tone knob up here, which guitar cables all have a certain frequency that they kind of like will roll off or whatever. And so here you can take care of that. Completely off is full frequency, or you can dial it down from 5, 10, 15, 25 to 100-foot guitar cable type tone. And you can call it just a glorified tone pot, but it actually works. And also we got the variety of different channels down here in case you need to find a different frequency. Maybe someone in the band is using one as well, and you just need to be on your own frequency levels. It's got 2 LEDs so you can see your signal actual hitting the unit, as well as your battery pack level from your transmitter wearing on your body. So that's really cool. You can tell when your battery's going to poop out just by looking at your unit without having to reach, look around your back or something to see what this thing's doing. Another thing really cool about them is this guy's got 2 outputs for if you want to send it to 2 different amplifiers or one to a tuner or whatnot. And also they're both very well built. They are burly little stout units. So, I really don't sweat, dropping it. I'm not going to be afraid of it. This thing is very stout. Great price, too. They can be found for, I think, right around about $350, $400, and very well worth it. They got a smaller unit, a little cheaper, and they also got a half rack unit, a little bit more. The right part for where you need it. All right, the next thing we're going to talk about tonight, which I used to use a very large pedal board, and it got out of control. It was a sickness. Oh, my dog's trying to break him. Can't come in, Mo. So anyhow, I went from having, pedal controller, about 12 different pedals. You got MIDI things going on. You got a lot of cables. You got multiple power supplies because you got so many, units to feed. It can be quite a task. And then you're still missing this effect or that effect to get a particular tone that you're trying to recreate for something, no matter what that is. So after long, hard thought, I ended up breaking down and I got the Line6 HD500 about a year ago, and it's changed my life in so many ways. I look at it as an upgrade to my tone and the controllability of my rig, as well as how fast I can set the unit up. And you can find them everywhere. So that's another thing. It's very functional for editing on your laptop or computer. And so we're going to go through all the things I use it for, as well as compare it to the brand new HD500X. Let's see a little bit of what they changed. Not a whole lot, but there's some also things that you don't see that they changed quite a bit. So very cool. Looking forward to playing around. So back in a second. I'm going to plug some things in. Don't go away. Alright, we're back again. Here you can see at my feet, we got both the original HD500 and the brand new HD500X. They did a couple little things that are quite obvious, like the buttons. Here you can see the switches are a little different. It's a smaller LED. These have a great big round button around it. It feels like they feel similar, but this kind of does feel like a little better switch on the new one. Although I had no problems with this one. The only thing I've ever had to do with this guy is tighten up a little set screw on the side of the volume pot here, just because it started falling one day. It just would slowly back its way down, but that was easy. So that's the only problem I've ever had with it. Bingo, I like that. Other things they've done that you can't see is there's a lot more horsepower in the new 500X. So it can process some of the more of the dual amps a lot easier, as well as when you got some really power-sucking models in there for maybe like a smart harmonizer, or some of the really big reverbs and stuff like that are a little time guzzling. What else can I think of? They went to a more just simple format for the fonts. Everything's bright white. You can see it a lot easier. Some of the stuff on this are in yellow, and you can't see it in dim light, so that makes a lot more sense. Other than that, they're about the same unit. One thing that was really cool is I was able to drop and drag right on my computer screen the patches for this unit, drop them on my computer screen, put them in a folder, whatever, and then drop them right back onto here, and they were any order you wanted to drag them around in. So the software for this guy is great. I actually prefer editing the software on the laptop more than I do through the unit. You have to twist more knobs and buttons and stuff like that. On the laptop, it's really easy. It's just everything's laid out right there in front of you. It looks like your pedal board and your amp rig, so no complaints there. So if you look behind me, we have the almighty VHT. We got the 292 power amp and the GP3 preamp. By far one of the best preamps ever made, and I love this guy's amps. Great stuff. So I always used to have you always need a MIDI controller to control this stuff, as well as your effects. So with the pod, it's all of that in one. It's a MIDI controller, so I can handle patch changing to real-time editing of what boost function I want on, turn the EQ on and off, change channels, whatever I can program with a button, I can control with my feet. So that comes in real handy. So as you can see, if you check out the amp back here, I can go real time up here, and I'm turning a solo boost on over here. It's kind of like a global solo boost. Or I also have, what else we got over here? Let's see, here's another channel. Gain stages chaining. Pretty simple, straight on out. And also, the way I kind of like to set it up is my bottom four are actually changing patches. Got my bank up and down. But my top row is actually a live pedal board. So I keep a solo boost here. I keep an overdrive function there. I'll have like a delay or a reverb there, and maybe a chorus over there. And then you got your wah at all times ready to go. Life's pretty simple. So no complaints from me. I've been digging the hell out of it. Alright, so let's make some noise. Alright, we're back once again. Now I'm just playing with just the 500X all by itself. So anyhow, I treat my patches same as if it was an amp. My top row is a live pedal board, so I got a solo boost. I got a overdrive or a compressor if it's on a clean channel, maybe overdrive for the gain channel. Might have a delay or a chorus and a reverb. The wah-wah is always there, ready to go. Other than that, just simple banks up, down below. So since I was messing with that other one earlier. Simple Marshall. Alright, what else can I think of? You got your tuner here on the fly. You got your looper for if you're doing any like rhythm backing tracks and want to solo on top of it. Great for live stuff as well as just figuring out stuff on your own real quick for writing tunes on the go. I've really enjoyed my time with the 500, so I'm looking very forward to the 500X. So check out some Line 6 gear. You won't be let down. Rock it.